Hello everyone and welcome to today's video where today we have the Marvel Legends, Punisher, War Journal, Punisher, and Bushwhacker 2-pack from Hasbro. It says Marvel Legends up there. I got this from Hasbro Pulse, their website if you don't know. I don't know if it's sold out, but it was in stock when I bought it. If it's sold out, it's still up for pre-order on Big Bad Toy Store. Sometimes their pre-orders take forever, but if you want to get that badly, I suggest doing that and not supporting scalpers. So I already have these guys out. I was playing with the Punisher a little bit because I just got home from walking, going and, working out, going picking up groceries. I twisted my ankle on the way, so that's fun. But yeah, I was debating doing this right now because I actually have Creepcast, shout out to Creepcast, on this TV right next to me. Right there, and I got a little pizza ready. I haven't eaten all day, so I figured I'd reward myself with a bit of a pizza. Don't worry, I will not be eating that whole thing. But Creepcast, my favorite podcast of all time, the best with, the boys, Wendigoon and Papa Meat. If you don't know them, I really suggest checking them out, especially if you like creepypastas and stuff of that nature. They also do a series called Creep TV, where they watch, YouTube horror shorts and stuff. That's not my preferred series, but I might have to give it a second shot because I just love these two so much. So shout out to them. But, yeah. Also shout out to my cousin, Caden, who I hear watches this. Love you, bro. Thanks for watching my channel, I guess. And he's trying to, I think he was getting all my other cousins to watch this shit, so shout out to them. You got artwork on the side of Punisher and Bushwhacker. And then you got the couple covers on the back of the encounters with Punisher and Bushwhacker. And these are all from War Journal. I think this is a newer one. These are more classic looking ones. I haven't read War Journal in a while, actually. I think I've read War Journal. If I'm being honest, I don't know. I'm pretty sure I read War Journal. That's why I'm saying I haven't read it in a while. Because I'm kind of certain I've read it, but I also don't know. Because I'm also not the most familiar with Bushwhacker. I know who he is. He's like a rogue assassin guy, and he has basically he wants to kill all the mutants, and he has a lot of run-ins with the Punisher and with Daredevil. Actually, he's mainly got beef with them, but he wants to kill all the mutants. But this is the insert on the inside. You can see all the artwork. Very nice. These have been very nice lately. They've been really killing it with the artwork. It's just trash for a lot of people, and that's including myself. But some of them work very well if you want to hang them up and put them on like a diorama or something. So I really like that. So they've been killing it with that lately. So next, we're gonna get these guys out of their packaging. I'll just show you what they look like in the packaging. This is how they come. I did pull Punisher out to play with him, but we'll pull the Bushwhacker out as well. And then I will pause the recording and I'll get all the accessories out and everything, and then we'll take a look at the actual figures. Okay, and here we go. Here they are straight out of the package. Nothing on them, like they don't have anything additional. This is exactly how they come. Bushwhacker comes with his big fat cock arm. Just kidding, YouTube. It's not actually a cock arm. It's a biomechanical arm. And that's basically his background if you don't know who he is. He just has biomechanical art, so he can turn his hands into guns and shit. And this is inaccurate for War Journal. I believe he has a magazine on the side for War Journal, so I wish they did that. I wish they gave him two, because now in modern comics he can do it with both sides. Originally it was just this side, I believe, and then it now he can actually do both arms. So. And they also didn't give him butterfly joints, which is pretty fucking weird, but whatever. But he's a little hard to stand because he just got pants on. He's just guy in jeans, basically. So we'll see how well we can get that on camera. Well, let's just look at him first, since he's the least desirable figure for most people. I mean, people want this guy, but I haven't been collecting too many villains besides mutant villains. But I'm gonna get into more villainy stuff, and I was gonna do a Halloween special thing, where I take a look at some Halloween figures, like horror figures. I want to get all the Mezco horror figures and have a horror display, but that's gonna be an expensive process, so I'm gonna wait that out. I should have picked up Pennywise while he was $60 on Big Bad Toy Store, but I just did it because I'm an idiot. So I'll have to be picking him up secondhand because I will be getting that. But this is what came in, and I figured, Bushwhacker's got a bit of body horror going on with him, so I could pretend like this is a Halloween special. He's got a burnt, scarred face. He got that Freddy Krueger look, which, by the way, let's just say, looks awesome. The modern face painting looks amazing. I feel like back in the early days of Marvel Legends, it would have just been like a splatter of paint if they did this guy, which wouldn't have looked good, obviously. But yeah, it looks awesome. Let's just pop that head off because it's even on the neck. You got it. You can see it right there. It's easier to see it there. It doesn't look as impressive right there. It is just painted on right there. If the camera would focus in on it. Yes, okay. So it looks better on the face, but the neck ain't a slouch. So he looks pretty dope. I do wish he had like a more screaming face as well, because I want action poses out of these guys, and Punisher has a screaming face, spoiler alert. So I do kind of wish he had more, because he literally only comes with 3 extra accessories, and Punisher comes with like 50, so, you know, I wish Bushwhacker came with a little bit more. For the price that Legends are going for now, they can afford to give us more stuff with these guys. But, yeah, he's a nice figure from what I can tell. We'll look at articulation real quick after we take a look more at the figure. He's got a belt buckle painted on. He's got the one-handed, you know, he's, like, glove thing. Like, it's weird. It's like doesn't go all the way around his wrist, unless that's just like they did that for articulation's sake. I don't remember, but you can honestly take these. Honestly, you could take these and put these on Punisher if you wanted to, and because honestly, I feel like most people are going to be using the weird like cock finger hand thing and this, so these hands are probably just going to go in a bin. So these could go on someone pretty easily. And this one's side to side, hence we'll get to that in a second. But he looks good. There's no paint on the bottom. You know, he's got pins on the legs, but the arms are pinless. At least the arms are pinless. Honestly, I prefer the legs being pinless because that makes them more sturdy. That's just my cat in the background, I'm sorry. It makes them more sturdy, but she wants pets and to play. But, you know, he's not a bad figure or anything. So, for the head articulation, I popped that off, so that's cool. Let me put it back on. Actually, gonna hurt my finger a little bit doing that. Okay, so head can look up to there, down to there, swing it around. He's got a little head tiltage, you know. But for a character like this, I feel like they need to start just doing the ball joint thing, like in the neck that they do, because that sucks at movement for them. But they can't look up anyway, really. These with like a collar or whatever, like a character like that can't look up. I feel like they should do the ball joint thing in the head and in the neck. I don't remember what it's called, but the double ball joint, because they suck at doing it. Hasbro is really bad at doing it with their Marvel Legends, but at least he would have gotten some tilt. I guess you can force some tilt out of it, but for articulation, he can crunch down to there, crunch back to there, side to side. That belt, is that belt separate? No, that belt's actually on the torso, not on the bottom. Okay. The arms, I like they did this same thing with the newer 2-pack of Power Man, Luke Cage. They actually like made it look like the sleeves are rolled up instead of just painting, like making this whole thing blue, which makes it look more realistic. So I like that. The arm can go up to there if you really push it. Get bicep swivel. You got double jointed elbow, and even with the cock hand, it goes in pretty well. The leg can kick out to there, kick back to there, kick out to there. You got a swivel up there. You got double jointed pinned knees. You got can push to there, push back that far. So it doesn't get great, but that's expected with man in pants. And then you get swivel, and then you can you shift that around? No, okay. With the new Logan from the Sabretooth 2-pack, you can actually like move that around separately in there. But with this guy, I guess they decided not to. So yeah, he's not the best articulated Marvel Legends ever, but pretty good for this character. And he's nicely painted. He's even got little embellishes right there, which is good that they did that, because with the lack of paint on this guy, he kind of needs it. So we'll put him to the side, and then we'll take a look at the one that everyone came for, was the Punisher. So the Punisher is probably one of the best Marvel characters of all time. I know you guys are thinking, where are the accessories? We'll take a look at those all together. The Punisher is one of the best written characters of all time, in my opinion. He is one of the best created characters of all time. He has had consistently some of the best comic book history, I think. If I had to bet money on it, I'd say he's a lot of people's favorite characters. So it's really important to get the design right, get the character right. And for me, I know it's accurate to the source material, I don't like the sad eyes on the skull. And for me, if I'm buying a figure, I'm not looking for it to be accurate to the source material unless it's a figure like a first appearance that I feel like needs to be exactly accurate. So if I'm just going for the rough look of the character, I mean, I would prefer these eyes. I do have the original. Well, it's not the original. It's a original to compare, and his eyes. See, like that skull is so much nicer. This is a worse figure overall. Don't get me wrong. I don't really like this figure. I bought it loose. That's how much I just like. He's just, I don't know. He's not great. He didn't come with trigger. I don't even think this figure actually came with trigger finger hands. I know I bought him without them, but I think actually the figure originally didn't come with trigger finger hands. So that's weird. And we know they'll inevitably do a repaint because these are separate. You can see the separation line right there. And obviously the boots are separate. So they will do it in the white paint, and hopefully they fix the eyes. And I'll buy that guy too, because I love the Punisher, and I'm glad they're making Punisher figures again. I hope Mezco gets back on it, because I would like another Mezco Punisher in some form or fashion, because Punisher is one of the best characters, and I really love him. So, aside from that, he looks great. That new face painting technology, if we want to go back and compare Punisher again, look how cartoon. This guy looks like he belongs in Fortnite, which is why I gave him the Fortnite Mouseholes thing. This guy's on my Midnight Sun shelf, and my Marvel Knight shelf. It's the same shelf for me because I just like seeing them all blended together. But and he'll stay there because I like this look better, and this will be the one I just play around and pose with, you know, fucking people up with, you know, stuff like that. But yeah, so you can see they have kind of the same basic design elements, but this guy just looks so much better because he has the white boots and the white hands. I think they work better in my opinion, and they help break up the costume. That holster on him I put that on him. It's from a Deadpool figure, and that will be taken off and put on this guy. So definitely will be doing that. And obviously you can give this guy other guns, and he looks really nice with them. But we'll get into that after articulation and stuff. He's got shotgun shells up here, which is interesting because he doesn't actually come with a shotgun. So that's kind of interesting. Has Marvel Legends ever given anyone a shotgun? Hey, I'll have to get the Jigsaw guy. Wait, that's his name, right? Am I getting that? That's his name, right? It's Jigsaw. I think his name is Jigsaw. You can tell I'm like really messed up right now. I'm my brain's fried right now. I'm sorry, but I need to get that figure because Punisher doesn't have that many villains out. There's Kingpin, and then there's like Jigsaw, and then that's about it. I mean, obviously Punisher's fought basically everyone, and even Spider-Man. That's how he was actually introduced, was to try to kill Spider-Man. But yeah, so Punisher really works on any shelf. And this guy is great. So he looks amazing. Besides the sad eyes on the skull, he looks great. And like I said, I do prefer the white and the black. But I like this as like a stealth variant. If maybe this was in like a dark gray, and then there was like dark gray like boots and hands, like arms and stuff, that would be cool. But obviously it's Punisher, so black and white is what you think of. So yeah, that's all I really have to say about the design. He looks great. He's a great figure. I was playing with him a little bit, like I said, and I really like him. For articulation, he's pretty cool. So the head can go up to there, which is pretty good. You can look up pretty far. You can look down, bury the chin very well. You don't really get that much tilt. You can get a little out of there, and then you can look around. For the arms, they can go all the way up to there. You just gotta push pretty hard. Like, obviously it's a Marvel Legends, so sometimes you gotta push hard. He's got butterfly joints that can go back to there. And they can go about up to there, but you can get them farther. And that really shocked me to see butterfly joints on this guy. I didn't watch a review on this guy. I think I saw Shartimus Prime's review, but I was drunk when I saw it. And I don't remember anything about it. So let's just say that. So I was really shocked to see that. It's very well hidden by the harness. And you can remove the harness if you want to, but it looks so nice that I would not do that. You got a bicep swivel up there. Double jointed pinless arms. A ball joint that can go down to there. Back to there. Get really good, not really great tiltage, but you get some tiltage. You can turn it around, obviously, do all that. And then there's a hinge down there that you can get really far with. You can get far with this guy. You will get your poses that you want out of this guy. This is probably the best articulated Punisher figure you're ever going to get. Well, not ever, but like for now, that's been released so far. I don't know how good the Mezco is articulated. Obviously, I know for a fact the Mezco does not have good ankle articulation because none of them really do, aside from like Morbius and I think Snake Eyes has okay, but yeah. So if you wanted to make this dude, if you wanted to like strip this paint off, this is a good base body. This is a great base body. I think this is glued in, so you'd have to deal with some of that. But if you wanted to just strip the skull off, this would work really well for really any. I'm thinking I kind of want to get a second one just to make this into Black Panther. I don't know. That might be cool. Unless Mezco ever does a comic Black Panther, I think they would kill it with a comic Black Panther. You know, the cape and the like the collar and everything. That would be dope. And for the legs, you can kick out to there. Kick out to there. Kick back that far. You got the thigh swivel up there, and then you have the double jointed pinless knee. You got the boot swivel, and then you have the boots that can kick back that far. So you get them in some pretty good poses, and you can kick forward that far. And you got port face pivot rocker. Okay, so for accessories, this guy comes with, he's loaded. Bushwhackers not so much, but they both come with some accessories, and then they have one that I'd say is a shared accessory. So in the package, he comes with a open hand and then a trigger finger hand that's triggered up and down, and then he has 2 fists for both hands, and then he has a pointing finger, and then the other side is a trigger hand. So that's really nice. And then he has a screaming head sculpt, which doesn't have the bandana on. I wish either both of them had the bandana or neither one of them had the bandana. So, you know, that's an issue. But it looks great. And honestly, one of these will probably... this one will probably be going on my old Punisher for the shelf. But if you wanted like these heads do work on each other. So if you wanted to, you could. The skin is not going to match up perfectly because back in the day, the older Hasbro Marvel Legends, the skin tone is always a little bit grayer, so it's going to look a little weird, but if you have darker shelving area, like a darker room or whatever, that'll look good. And then this one doesn't have any skin showing, so this will look great. So if you want that, and then if you want the screaming head sculpt on this body, we'll also look at that just to see. Ooh, that's a tighter fit. That doesn't seem to want to go on. Okay. And then, yeah, so you can get that one on there. So that's nice. The scream is a little exaggerated, so I don't like that very much, but it looks nice enough. And we can keep that on him for a minute. So that's what he looks like with the scream. He looks a little Jokerish, in my opinion, with that scream, but yeah. So, and then he comes with a myriad of guns. He comes with a pistol, which looks very nice, actually. That's like, looks very good. And then you can, I'm pretty sure this holster is for that pistol. No, it's not. What is that holster for? Because I didn't see a knife in the package. Let me see if there's a knife in the package. Is there a knife in the package? There's no knife in the package, so if I did, I might not have gotten the knife. If he's supposed to come with a knife. He just has a holster with nothing to go in? Maybe, or maybe that pistol's supposed to go in there. Let me see if I can force it down there. Okay, yeah, the pistol does go in there. It's just a really weird tight fit, and it doesn't seem like it's going to go in there. So if you feel like you're pushing it too far, keep pushing, and it will go in there. Okay, so that's what he looks like with the pistol in. And then he comes with like a Uzi, which if you don't want to use it for him, Snake Eyes always needs another Uzi, or you can give it with literally any other person that uses guns. You got this is like is this a 1911 or something like that? I don't know what this I don't know. It's a nice gun. It's cool, and I actually have like a 3D printed one that I bought off eBay of that exact model. So, because I like the way that gun looks, so yeah. And then he has a really cool AR with cool painting on it. I like the stock being a different color and the mag being like kind of gridded up. I think that looks really good. And then, again, this would work really well with Duke, actually, from not Call of Duty. If you have a Call of Duty figure, it'll look good with them, too. And then he has a grenade, which I don't think pegs on the body anywhere. It's not like the one that came with... Was it Jack-o'-lantern? Yeah, it's not like that, but I think you could probably pin it on, like, you can put it in the belt, probably slip it in the belt. That's what I do with my Mezco Deadpool. He come with little grenades, and I like to pin the grenades on the belt sometimes, but I don't have them on there anymore because they kept falling off. Yeah, you can kind of get that on there. I don't recommend it. It's gonna pull the pen weird. Yeah, I guess you want the pen pulled if you're throwing it, but put the head back on him. And then this one I would say is like a shared effect because you could really use it for either one of them. You get this shrapnel, like, explosion. Like, you can see the shrapnel shooting off of it. This is a really nice explosion. Like, this is like Mezco quality in my opinion. Like, that is really cool. That will work with most characters. That is so dope. You could use this with an Iron Man. You could use this with like a War Machine. This is really cool. I love this accessory. And I'm shocked it came with a Marvel Legends. I hope they're going to start getting more and more crazy with their shit and stop marketing towards kids because they know most kids aren't buying these figures. And then for Bushwhacker, he comes with the penis finger. You know, that would look really... I mean, a girl would really want that if she was dating Bushwhacker. Then he comes with an alternate trigger finger. But we all know he's going to have both of his hands being weird. I mean, that's just looks so cool, and that's so unique. That's going to stand out on a shelf. Once I do a Marvel villain shelf, that's really going to pop on there. So, yeah. So, we'll get some size comparisons in. So, for size comparisons, what I'm going to do is, first we're going to push these guys back a little bit more. We're going to push them up against the wall so I can actually fit more figures in there. Yeah, I know my setup's a little janky sometimes, but I'm doing my best. We got the 2-pack Hydro Man and Daredevil, animated Daredevil that I use for my comic shelf. He's like front and center, literally right behind Luke Cage and Danny Rand doing a fist bump. He's right front and center on my like Marvel Knights Midnight Sun shelf. So, and then he's like a villain for them that they fight. So that looks good. And then we will do the Punisher, like just the older Punisher. We'll compare him to Bushwhacker because I've already been comparing him to the new Punisher. And like I said, not very great, but... And then I know most people will want this is their Spider-Man, so we have the Spinneret Spider-Man 2-pack, the Renew Your Vows 2-pack, so that's what they look like together. And obviously Punisher was introduced in a Spider-Man comic, so... And then I think this is a great team up that will look dope together, dope as fuck. We got the Mafex black suit, which I think is the best black suit figure we have. The Mezco is pretty cool, and a lot of the Marvel Legends are cool. And that upcoming Secret Wars one I will be picking up, but just because I love Secret Wars and that's like part of me really. So, and then next we have my favorite Wolverine from Marvel Legends, I'd say, at least in this type of in like the yellow spandex. The Hawk Claws Bone Breaker wave. So they all look good together. And I don't have any I don't have Kingpin yet, but when I get Kingpin they will be compared to each other in the Kingpin video. I will pick up Kingpin eventually. And I don't want to take him out of the pose, so here's the Amazing Fantasy 15 Spider-Man. This is how I have him on my Spider-Verse display, and I don't really want to take him out of that pose. But I will take the Amazing Yamaguchi out of his pose to put him on there. Well, look what he looks like. Sorry, I know I've been playing with my action figures a lot lately. Just sitting here watching YouTube, playing with action figures. It's a dope setup. I like it. Okay. I'm not gonna take the thwippy hands off of him to compare him. I'm gonna get it. So that's what he looks like. I think an Amazing Yamaguchi Punisher would look really fucking dope, actually. Same with the Daredevil. And, well, I think I've said a lot of times, a Robin and a Robin and a Nightwing are like my dream Amazing Yamaguchis. I don't care if they take them from, even if they use them from the Arkham version, I will accept that. And since this guy's a mutant killer, we'll get a couple mutants up in this bitch. We'll get my favorite mutant. We got the boy himself, Cyclops, Scott Summers. I have a sword in his hand because I was doing some shit with him. Yeah, this is not exactly neutral, but it's neutral enough. And then we have the Mezco Deadpool with a couple things like removed from him. I removed one of his holsters and put that on a Red Hood custom. But they all look pretty dope together, and obviously Deadpool and Punisher have a little bit of a history. And then we will go a couple more. We've got this Rogue. This is a kit bash that I did myself. This is from the, this is the jacket from the Grey Widow action figure, deluxe action figure, and the this is the body and the head and stuff from the Pyro 2-pack. And then these are the arms from the 97 one, because I think I have the other arms on that Rogue. I don't remember. And then I have some gold on there just to spice it up. We have the Mezco Wolverine, which looks really fucking cool actually too. So that's nice. And then lastly, I'll do 2 more mutants. We got the Logan. This is Logan with... we'll put him over here. This is the Logan. He has a Mezco head. I like the Logan heads that came on at stock, but I was doing something where I wanted a cowboy hatless look, but neutral. And the only other Logan I have from Marvel Legends is a hatless head. So, and then I just have him with the cane, because sometimes I use that as Old Man Logan for now. And then we'll do the Sabretooth from that exact 2-pack. So, yeah. Take them away. Yeah, and he's holding that X-Men 97 Scott and Jean Grey picture, just because I like the feel of that. Okay, so overall, this 2-pack is really dope. It's $50, so it's a bit of a price jump if you're just wanting one figure. But I don't think you're going to get either. You might get, if you just want Bushwhacker, people might sell him separately, because I don't think he's the popular one in the group. I think it's Punisher. So people might be selling him separately. You might get him for cheap, but you're not going to get Punisher for cheap. So I recommend just buying the 2-pack, figuring that out. You could probably turn this Bushwhacker into a custom. He looks great. You know, he's got the veins on this arm and stuff. But if you just take these arms off, like, because this just swaps over. That was really fucking easy pop. Holy shit, that's scary. You can just switch this guy over into this hand as well. So he really can use it either way. So this is just a really nice base body if you want to just use the base body. So that's also really fucking cool. So if you just want this guy, I don't know who you'd use him as, but you could use him as like a civilian, like Eddie Brock. That looks kind of Eddie Brockish. I mean, you'd have to do painting over, cut the rat tail, but Eddie Brockish. I might, yeah, if I don't want a Bushwhacker, if I pick up a second one of these like I said I wanted to do and turn it into a custom Black Panther, I could use this as an Eddie Brock. I love Eddie Brock, but I mean, my favorite Venom is Agent Venom, which is not Eddie Brock, that's Flash Thompson. Okay, so yeah, overall, this is a great 2-pack, and I really recommend picking that up. It's, like I said, still in pre-order on Big Bad Toy Store, and I think it's in stock on Hasbro Pulse. If it's not anymore, just go to Big Bad Toy Store and get it there. That's where I mostly get all my figures anyway, so yeah. Thanks for watching, everyone. Bye.